Hello, this is Rebecca here with Create with Rebecca, and today I'm back with a video. I'm going to do a plan with me video, kind of a planner setup for my personal planner, just to kind of give you an idea of how I set mine up in the past. And if you follow me on Instagram, you will see that I do change my planner up on a weekly basis. So this past month this past week, it was this cactus. I did create this last year, and I do have a YouTube video of this in my feed. But basically, when I come in here and do my planner, I do a fun little cute dashboard, and then I put in kind of like matching dividers. I have 4 dividers, and I'll show you exactly what those are in just a few minutes. And then I set my week up with all sorts of fun, pretty decorations. And so I'm going to show you how I do my dashboards and my dividers and my weekly layouts. So this week is approaching summertime, and so I really wanted to use this little girl cutout. She basically came off of a Simplicity vintage sewing. This is like a pattern for sewing, and I pick these up everywhere I go if I see them. They're usually like a couple dollars, but I love the images, and I'll make copies. I made several copies because I plan on using this image on a couple of different mixed media projects, but I basically just make copies of the actual print, and then I cut her out. And see, this is another little girl that would be really cute, I think, to cut out. This middle one as well, what I look for is when I'm buying these patterns is if they're touching. So even though her little finger is touching her dress, you can still cut around her and use her as a whole image. A lot of these patterns, the girls will be like overlapping each other, and so that would make it difficult to cut them out and use them in projects. But I did cut her. I did a fussy cut, which is basically just cut around her image. Now with my personal planner, she's actually a little too big. See, her little feet hang off, or her head hangs off, so I'm going to have to do some adjusting onto what I want to show. I may do some like washi along the bottom just so it doesn't look like her legs are just completely cut off without shoes, but I'll kind of play around with that and see what I come up with. I did already pre-cut my dividers. I'm using, these are Echo Park Paper Company papers, and except this one is not. But basically I just use cardstock, double-sided cardstock. Sometimes I'll laminate my dividers, but most of the time I do not, because for one, it adds bulk to my planner, and for two, since I do change it up weekly, I kind of change my dividers up so they're not totally worn for several months at a time, so they seem to last. And I can always, typically what I'll do is once I make dividers, I just save them, and then a lot of times I can go back and reuse them, and anytime that my theme changed. So this, for my dividers, for my tabs, I use typically a punch. This is a 1.5 scalloped edge punch, and it is, and it's basically, I don't know, oh, this is a Hobby Lobby brand. So basically I just go in here and I punch out these little, I punch 2, because what I'm going to do is put this on the divider and then glue it like that. So I've already kind of added these little watermelons, and what I did with those is I cut them out of another piece of scrapbook paper, and that way they just kind of add some different elements to this. And I just handwrite mine. You can type them out and print them out, or however you do your dividers, but I just basically write in mine. So I wanted to kind of show you just a sample of what I'll do, and this is just stick glue. If you've watched my videos before, I use this Extreme Elmer's glue. I love this glue. It's good stuff, and it holds really well. And so I just kind of added it onto my my tab just like that. So what I will do is I kind of like will take a tab, use one of my old dividers, and I'll just kind of I'm going to take these out like that, and put those aside. So I'll kind of take these out just to kind of get an idea of placement. Now to get the size of the dividers, I used what has come in my planner before. This week I'm going to be using my red Kate Spade, and so if anything that comes with the dividers that are in there, and then I just use that as a template. But since I have so many, I just kind of have it cut on my cutting board where to cut. So I'll just come in here, and this is just to kind of get me going on what I need to do, where at least the placement of the tabs. But I'll just come in here and glue this on one side, the cover of the watermelon, and then I'm going to place it, and she's actually going to be my dashboard, so I'm going to put her aside. That cherry background is going to be my dashboard, so these are going to be my dividers. And as I was saying, I use 4 dividers. I use daily, weekly, monthly, and notes. And basically those are kind of the 4 that I use, so that's kind of just pretty, like I said, pretty basic. And then what I'm going to do is add my divider on the back side to kind of do a reinforcement, just like that. So there you have it. There's the first one. And then let's see if I can find, there we go, here's the weekly. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll kind of come in here and just place these beforehand before I put the backing on, just to kind of see if I need to adjust or move in any way. Because a lot of times I'll notice that even on my old dividers that I've made, it's a little off sometimes, and I just kind of deal with it. It's, you know, it's for my own personal, and if my dividers are not perfectly set apart, I am okay with that. So if you kind of see what I'm doing, is I'm just kind of seeing exactly where they're going to fall, just to kind of make sure that they're going to be even off. And I see this one is like a little too far out there, because sometimes if you make them too where they stick out too far when you put them in your divider, which I love the Kate Spade because it is a little wider, but sometimes in the Webster pages it's too short and they'll stick out beyond, and that does drive me crazy. So we'll just go ahead and do this 4th one. Isn't this lemon paper pretty? It was part of the my May kit that I have out, and it was so pretty. This is basically just scraps from me making the traveler's notebooks for that kit. So I'm going to squeeze these all in just a tad. And luckily with this glue, it does let you play around with it for a little bit. Seems like this one's pretty stuck on there though, which I can always re-glue it. There you have it. I think that looks pretty good. I'm just eyeballing it. I mean, if you are a perfectionist and want to make sure that they're perfectly set apart, then you could also use a ruler to do that. But I'm okay with just kind of winging it and eyeballing it. And if it's off a little bit, that's okay too. Because really and truly, once I put all my papers and inserts in there, you really can't tell. And then I just add it back, and that way it's really reinforced. And I'm going to do the same for the other 2. And there you have your dividers. Now, like I said, for the names, I'm just going to go in and handwrite them in. I'm going to glue that down just a little bit more. There we go. And then punch them and you're ready to go. Okay, so we have these ready. I'm going to go ahead and punch them. I have a 3-hole punch, but sometimes I'm not that perfectionist at the 3-hole punch. You would think it's easy. You stick it in there, you slide it in, and it punches for you. But for some reason, mine always is like off. And so I'm very happy with my single punch. Basically, I'm just using my other prior, the one I used before, my dividers that I had in my planner, and I'm just using those as a template. I'm simply just coming in here and punching, putting a dot where I need to punch. Very simple. And then I'll punch it. What's fun to me about switching up from week to week is I like different, I mean, I like seasonal too. You could definitely do seasonal. But I've gotten in such a habit of, I mean, it could get old really. I mean, it could get old. It hasn't gotten old yet, but I've gotten into the habit of really looking forward to changing out weekly and with the theme. I've been on the fruit kick for a while, which this is going to be kind of fruity too. What I mean by that is like my weekly layouts. And I'll kind of show you a few before I start that process. And there we have it. So let's see here. I'm going to use, got my black markers here. Let's see how this one's. I organized my craft room. I've got so many nice and neat pens. Okay, this one works good. And I'm so proud of myself. I still have a long way to go, but at least I'm somewhat getting there. So this one's going to be your daily. And what I mean by daily is I do kind of like a bullet list. What I need to do daily. Sometimes I'll put like a little flower just to add a little something. And then the next one is my weekly. And my weekly consists of a lot of decorating, which that's what I do typically on Sunday nights. And then I sit down. What I will do is when things come up during the month, I write them in there. And then each week I sit down so that way I don't forget anything, or if anything's coming up, I go in and I fill out my weeks. So that way I don't forget. Okay, so we're going to set these aside for now. They're all set to go, and I'll show you real quick the guts of my planner. So when I say my weekly, my daily, I'll sit down and I just put little, this past week I also do a mini planner, but this is just my bullets, so I'll come in here and especially things that I need to do, I'll just make lists. And sometimes I used to fill up this whole thing per page, but since I use my mini planner too for business, this is more of just my personal drop-off cleaners, that kind of stuff. So that's gonna be my daily. And then I have my weekly. So before I get started on my weekly, let's go ahead and make the dashboard. So I'm gonna go ahead and punch the holes in here so that I know exactly what I'm working with. Almost forgot to do the cute little dashboard. Now the dashboard to me, it's more of like I open it up and it's going to be like what makes you happy, and I know that some of it could be you could put notes on there. And sometimes I layer it up with journaling cards and just have a background, and we'll punch a little journaling card for my cover. So with her, like I said, I'm running into the issue of her feet, but I would rather have her feet not in the picture and her cute little head. So what I'm going to do here is to kind of create a background. These are journaling cards, and I'm kind of using them up a stash. Well, not a stash, but these are going to be in the in the June kit. And so I just kind of like grabbed a bag, a container, so that, or a bag full of these, so that I can go ahead and start using them. They're really, really cute. But all of these little journaling cards are going to be in the June kit. So I'm going to go ahead. I kind of was looking at this flower one because I was thinking about going more like turquoise. So I was going to use my turquoise pen gems this week, and so I thought about doing that. And then kind of putting like a fun little quote right here. So let me see what we got going on. I have these stickers too that came. I know it's summer here, but can you tell I'm wearing long sleeve? I know it's got a really chilly day today. Not chilly, but it was raining and it got really chilly, and it was like, I will hang on to that as much as I can because I'm not a fan of the heat. So, what about this? I wonder if this would fit. We'll just take it off and see. So, if I put this at the background and I add her, would this fit in here? We could bring that down a little bit, maybe. And that way it doesn't mess with the buttons. I mean, the punch holes. And really, you could cover up some of her pocket, which that would be fine too. Okay, so let's kind of, I think I'm going to go with this because I love putting Hello Summer, but I'd also, I mean, I know it's coming up the season, but I'm going to embrace just not saying summer's here. But I know it is here. It's going to be Memorial Day weekend, this next weekend, so, and school's out this week, so it is definitely the end of summer. So I think that was about right here, right? Estimating. Okay. I think it might have been up just a little bit. So I'm going to glue that down, and then I'm going to glue her down too. And like I said, I kind of make copies. I hope to get back on here. I want to start doing some little mixed media things you can create and either use in your planner or in your scrapbook or those kind of things. I'm going to use the back of this for her legs. There we go. Mostly it's important to get all around the edges so that she's not prying up anywhere. Okay. Ew. And then we're just going to add her like that. I know, I hate cutting her feet off, but it is what it is, so let's see what it's going to look like. See, that doesn't look that bad at all. And then let's add that sticker. Do more of what makes you happy. Even though with her little soda pop, she looks like she's ready to do some summery things. So, I wonder if we could come in here and add like a flower or something. A couple flowers here and there. I like that. I thought about maybe even coming in here and adding some washi at the bottom or something, but I actually think her feet will look fine just like that. You could always come in here and add more, you know, more stickers, but like I said, these are mostly summery kinds, so I don't see any happiness is you. I could put that at the bottom. Sometimes I just like adding little quotes and things like that. And then you could always come in here and put some washi, but I'm pretty happy with just her because she's just too cute. So, there's your dashboard. Put her with the rest of this. And then let's go ahead and do the weekly layout. So, I'm going to come in here and take my weeks out. And I'll show you real quick, just a real quick glance. These are just some that I've put together. This was my Nancy Drew week. And then there's a watermelon theme. And then Last week was a cactus theme. And then this week is going to be another kind of fruity, I think, week. So what I typically do is the first thing I'll do when I start out is I'm going to put seams down it. So this washi I bought this past week, and it's so simple, but it's so fun. It just looks like confetti to me. And when I was looking at another, I think it was my bando I was working in, and sometimes I like to go ahead and keep the excess down like that, so that way it kind of stays in place while I'm decorating it. But it was so cute, and I was like, I really like that washi. And so I had to dig around and look for it, because like I said, I'd organized my room, and so I put all my washi back in its spot, and mine's just stuck in kind of like a, oh no, there's her feet hanging on those scissors. Mine was I had stuck all my washi in the box, so I had to like dig around, but I found it. So, and then this washi is cute stuff from, I recently bought this too from, let me show you this, from Hobby Lobby. I mean, cute stuff. I've seen it all over Instagram. And I wasn't going to buy any more washi, remember that? I was going to kind of like, well, maybe I was telling myself that as I was cleaning up. And then I saw it and I was coveting it for several days, so I had to go back and get it. Okay, so I'm going to start, this is also, I think this actually came as a pair, but these are cute little tassels. And this week we have graduation. My son is graduating from high school, and so it's a celebration. You know, it's bittersweet for sure, because I sure do miss him. I'm gonna miss him. Grew up, you know, just now he's gonna be on his own, and which is a good thing, but it's just kind of still, you know, makes me sad. Sometimes they're growing up too fast. And then I'm just gonna do kind of another confetti, and I'm just basically kind of putting in some background, just kind of going with the theme. I'm going like some fun little whimsical. I'm gonna put some more fruit, since we're kind of doing a fruit thing, since I put the watermelon in, and the dividers are fruit based, fruit themed. Okay, so before I add any more washi, I'm gonna look at my stickers and see what we got. I kind of keep all my stickers I use on a regular basis in this box here, and so when I'm sitting down on Sundays, this is typically what I use. And I just recently came back from a planner meetup where I bought stickers, so I'm going to use some of the ones that I bought. This is some that I typically use. These are the Carpe Diem planner stickers that I got. They're also, I had some that were put out by the Reset Girl, similar to this. And so yeah, see, these are all my new sticker packs. Some were like in the swag bag. This was at the Houston Planner Peeps meetup, and then some I purchased. So I'm excited to use some of this. And these stickers are, and I'll leave her link below. This is Crafts by Dorielia, and she has been, I've bought lots of stickers from her. I really like her stickers. And so this was one of the packs that I got from her. It's really cute. And I love the yellow that goes with it. So now on this typically the space for notes, since I have my Happy Planner that I kind of do a lot of my day-to-day bullet journaling, and this is just to look at to say what things are coming up, I usually fill that in. So since I'm going to be taking lots of pictures this week because of graduation, I'm going to put this little camera in here like this. I might need to add some yellow washi because I'm going to add this beautiful big weekend sticker right here. So I feel like I need to add some yellow in here. And then typically I'll kind of come in here, and she's got this confetti going too, which is really cute. And I like her stickers because you can, they're not glossy, so you can write on them. But I'm going to come in here and add a little bit of yellow just to offset some of that. To add. So it just doesn't look like, oh my gosh, big yellow. Hello. Where did that yellow come from? What does it have to do with anything else? This thin washi is great. I keep this around all the time on a ring. So I'm just going to trim that off there. Okay. So I'm going to put, these are just little stickers you can, I'll put right here because this is going to be graduation. Let's look at what's going on this month. Because see, what I'll do is I will look in here for anything that's going on. It's pretty a quiet week actually, which is not a bad thing. I know we have a Girl Scout meeting tomorrow night. Let's see here. Oh, and I have to go to the post office tomorrow, that's right. So I'm going to put Scout meeting, and then I'm going to put, I know I have some little mailboxes in here. Usually like, I see she has one that says Happy Mail. But let's see what I can find in here. Oh, this is also cute. This is from Papery Factory. I wonder if I could kind of put some of this here too. That's a cute. I like this little ice cream. I might have to wait for another week for that. Let's see. Here's some more stickers. I don't see any mail ones in here. Ah, here we go. These are some little mail ones that I would use. Okay. And then I also, like I said, I like to add one of these just because it just keeps me going. Make today great, work it like a boss. I like this. Add a little confetti to every day. I like adding quotes. Put that on there like that. And that way, if something comes up on Tuesday, I have this little area here to write. But a lot of times I kind of keep it open because you just never know what's going to come up during the week. So, let's see here. And then I do try to coordinate my ink, my writing ink, with what's going on. And I see a lot of red. Or I'm going to bring out the red. So I'm going to put meeting for her Girl Scouts. And then I'm going to put my son's graduation. I might have to find a graduation sticker. I have to say something funny because he was describing what I do to a friend. And he says, my mom makes planning more difficult than planning, like adding stickers to holidays you already know. And he meant like adding a Halloween sticker to already know on October 31st. Anyway, I just thought it was kind of funny because it's in a little way it's kind of true, but that's what I love about it. I have always loved stickers. I'm going to add this bit of washi. I love this yellow and black polka dot. Isn't it pretty? Oops. Eek. then I'll just add it up here. And I think I'm going to call this complete for now. And then if you follow me on Instagram, usually I'll post another picture midweek, and then if I need to add anything I can. And a lot of times if my week is not being over booked, which that is a good thing. I don't mind not having stuff on planned or need to do every single day, but I will I'll add in stickers or, you know, little things to get me moving. Let me see something. I was gonna put post office right here. You know what I could do is add a, if I can find what I did with it already. Might have put it away. Let's see if I can find her other, because she had the little, there they are. I can add one of these. I like the, when you can, that looks cute. What I was saying is I like to use these little square stickers, you know, to fill up the background, and then you can come in here and add these on top of them. That's kind of clever. So you can come in here and decorate more. But then if you have something come up, you just put those little triangular stickers on there. So I'm just going to trim the washi up on these and punch a hole, and we will get them in the planner. And that way we can be done. Where did my hole punch go? Isn't it amazing? I don't know if anybody else, this happens to anybody else, but I can be in this one little spot, don't move, and I miss my stuff. So it looks like I have misplaced my hole punch. Okay, well, I'm not going to hold up the video to look for my hole punch. I know it's around, oh, there it is. Ta-da, I don't even remember putting it in up there. It happens all the time. I put stuff either not away and I can't find it, or I put it away and then I can't find it. So then I just use a single punch and punch this. Sometimes if the washi doesn't quite punch right, I just can come in here and trim it off with some scissors. Okay, so this is kind of plain right now, but like I said, I'll come in here and kind of fill it up as the week moves in. So, to fill up my planner, we're going to do this. We're going to come in here and we're going to add this cute dashboard. And then the daily, which I've already kind of added those. I've got some more of those little notebook pieces of paper in there. My weekly, which I will add. I'm going to add my other pieces in there. I don't know what I do with those. Here we go again. But I'm going to put my weekly, and I'll add my other ones once I find them. I didn't take them up, did I? Oh, there they are. So I'm going to add my weekly in there. And then I'll add my monthly. And then I'll add my notes. Okay. And sometimes I have to go over here and add it down the side here like this. Yeah, these are, I keep these in all my, I just keep putting it into different planners. This is the list that I first started with my kits. And so sometimes I always feel like, well, I may have to reference it back. What did I do? How can I make it better? What can I do differently? You know, that kind of stuff. So I always want to have that information at my fingertips where I can read it. Okay, so there's that. We're going to add a cute little, oh, isn't she cute? I used to have a green pen, Jen, and now it's around here somewhere, but I don't know where it is. But I was thinking this turquoise one would really complement the red in her. I think that looks really pretty like that. Super cute. I'm not going to be able to put my pom-pom in there because I zipped that up. I do, however, you know, I love my tassels, so I got to add my tassel. Usually I put my tassel in on my week. And I'm going to have to decorate my page up a little bit. That's okay, it's a little plain. But I usually put my tassel in here, and then I can still zip it up and have the cuteness of my tassel. So I like that. So for the clips, let's see here. This is what I typically do. I always have paper back here that I carry with just stickers from week to week. And so I forgot this is a little different. I think I have a sticker. This is where I put it last time. I love my Kate Spade. I just recently got it I'd say within the last, I don't know, couple months. And so it's kind of difficult, not difficult, but it's a little different than my Webster. I do, however, want to show you what I plan to do on keeping notes. Let's get some clips in here first, though. Let's see what I got here. These are some charms. Here's some clips. Let's see. Some of these I just got, so I just stuck them in there. The red may be cute. These look more seasonal, maybe. Okay, let's look in the other one and see. Oh, the green, for sure. I like the green. It kind of like pulls out that green right there. And sometimes, you know, I can just go in here and tuck this in just to add some cuteness to that. I love this. This is a new clip I got, so I'm going to put that one in there. I love the gumball too. Sunshine Happy. Oh, this, I know I have a thing for bows. Lots and lots of bows. But this one may be kind of cute too. That's cute. You know what though? I think that'll be okay. Sometimes you have to be careful with the little pin clips or the little hair ones, because I don't want it to poke and mess up my page, my dashboard. Okay, I think that's a good start. Here's another. I'm going to use this in a different planner. I've been looking for that. We got this as a swap, but it's extra pin loop. So I was going to try that. Let's go ahead and take a look at my other. I think this is plenty of clips, don't you think? But let's see what we have in here. Maybe we'll do yellow. Just do all sorts of colors. Add a lot of colors. This is my favorite, one of my favorite little bow clips. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I was just trying to see what the zipper pull was on here. Okay, so I think I'm going to go with just those. Lots of colors, but cute. Okay. And then I like, if you've seen, what I typically will try to do is I will add some extra papers here and there just to create, you know, let me cut this real quick. Just to create some ways to kind of clip my, sometimes I just fold it, that way it makes it thicker too. But I want to hold lots of cute clips in there, so And I like it too to add different papers, colored papers. So that way, kind of add some little, you know, fun little things like that. And then you can come in here and add these. I thought I had, you know what I do have? I saw it over here, because I didn't put it away. Was my cute little watermelon clip, but now I don't know what I did with it. It'll show. I had a cute watermelon clip that I've been putting in my planners, but it's okay. We're gonna go with this, and if I find it, I'll add it. And then for the journaling card, sometimes I like to add little journaling cards down here. Let's see if I can find one that's, I was thinking instead of being vertical, it'd be horizontal. But I don't really see any that are doing that. So I'm going to add the one I did last week. Make it happen. I love this. I've had it in my planner for a couple weeks now, but I like the colors. It's real fun. And I just use a clip and kind of clip it in there like that. And there we go. We just kind of add some fun little different colors in here. Sometimes I can go in here and add just little die cuts. Look. Do more of what makes you happy. I like that. And I guess you can see I truly believe that, because that was my theme. Okay, there you have it. Again, I can come in here and kind of adjust this later on. Oh, I know what I wanted to show you. Okay, so what I discovered too was, I know I do traveler's notebooks. I don't have this size. It's a pocket size, but I carried one around with me, and it's great for taking notes and like also just kind of slipping it in your purse. And so I've decided I'm going to use this. Isn't this, let me take this off. I just had a show, so I sold some of these at the show, but they are cute little unicorns. They're so cute. So I'm going to just slip it in here, and that way I have a place to jot down notes from week to week. I want to clip this in here. You know, this little guy has been making me really happy. This little sunshiny face. So I'm gonna move this little clip up here. I'm gonna put this little sunshine face up front, because it totally brings a smile. And I think for my dashboards, I want to be looking, when I open it up, I want to look at stuff that makes me smile. So what do you think? Does it make you smile? It makes me smile. Alright, well, I really thank you for stopping in, and I hope you're inspired to make something fun, and would love to hear about it. And let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you in my next video.